Oh, it could be me, Allison.
Do you use Irish Spring?
No. Sweat from the baseball game earlier tonight.
Oh, you had co-ed baseball tonight?
Yeah, we were,
How are your injuries?
oh, they're pretty good.
You recovered?
Yeah.
Jerry,
Oh, thank you.
start as chair.
Okay, referring to the agenda as distributed. Item number 1, approval of agenda. Can I have a motion approving the agenda? Thank you. Seconded.
Second it.
Thank you. Moving on.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Naysayers, if any.
There's just 3 of you, so you're gonna take turns. I don't
Adoption
get
of the
to vote.
minutes. Can I have a motion adopting the minutes as specified? Thank you. Seconder? Thank you. All in favor? Thank you. Is that the way you speak up? Election of the chair. Do I hear a motion from anybody who would like to be chairman of this committee as of this date? I don't think my term has expired as yet, but there it is on the agenda.
No, it's an annual, under the terms of reference of all the water advisory committees, the chair is elected at the first meeting in each calendar year. All the
And this
committees,
is-
for all the
This is
committees.
probably the last.
And this is the first meeting, well, no, I mean, we might have some tender results before the end of the year, hopefully, for the tank.
Recommendation of the Tunstall Bay Water System Local Advisory Committee. I'm
11.
available if other members are in favor.
We need a vice chair as well.
Could I ask you to be vice
Well,
chair?
what we probably should do is Jerry's willing to stand, does anybody want to nominate anybody else?
I'll nominate James. You're the young one.
Oh,
Do I need to get
You're
some-
supposed to nominate
the big
people.
ballot
Get
thing.
some
You're
ballot.
supposed to nominate people, Peter, who aren't here. Like, I nominate Gabe. Thank you.
Well, she's not here to accept the nomination, so that's not going to work.
Okay, prior to that disturbance, I was prepared to become chairman of this new committee.
I
Excellent.
fully
Do I
agree.
hear any objection?
As you said,
Do it.
until that tank is built.
Until either the tank expires or I expire, yes.
yes.
Election to
Fine.
vice chair, James, will you be the vice chair? Thank you for your acceptance.
Certainly, Jerry.
Moving on.
Okay, I'll read it out and you call the vote. Call the question. That the Tunstall Bay Water System Local Advisory Committee elect Jerry Sear as chair.
Thank you.
Favor?
Thank you.
Yes.
Hands in the air?
All in favor?
Thank you.
Yes, done.
That the Tunstall Bay Water System Local Advisory Committee elect James Lafferty as vice chair.
All in favor?
You can't
Okay.
vote.
Just give it individually. Okay, that's done. Excellent.
And the public's all had their comments,
Mm-hmm.
and the reports have already been given.
Yeah. Unless you'd like me to run through those riveting reports again.
No,
Oh, good, I get to do the water report again.
no, it's okay. And what was the thing from 6.1?
So that was,
Page 47, wells.
Shouldn't there be something
Hmm?
about the tank then, that the Tunstall
oh,
Bay,
yes, excellent. Sure. That's gonna be under what, 5.3?
yeah, should be
Okay.
something that you guys want me to do.
So. the-
Check on the 100,000, yeah.
Tunstall Bay.
Well, why don't you,
LA.
50, 75, 100. Let's find out. As you say, they're
We
putting.
can't
by
direct
rain
staff
to-
for Bob.
I know they can't direct staff, but isn't it a motion to council to direct staff? Or,
Well, maybe we could change it around because you willingly offered to get both quotes, and by the time it goes to council, by the time the minutes get there, we're
okay,
way in.
but then it's gonna have to go,
Thank the superintendent for.
but then somebody's gonna have to make that decision then
What
after.
what I would suggest we do here is that you look into the 100,000 100,000, is it cubic meter?
$100,000.
Gallon.
Gallons.
Yeah.
100,000, that you look into the $100,000, sorry,
100,000
100,000 gallon
gallon
tank, and make a recommendation to council as part of the budget
Or
process.
to the committee
Yeah.
and then to the council.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Come back, yeah.
Have you got that?
But that's not a recommendation.
No, that's
Okay.
just,
Sorry?
That's not a resolution. Is that a resolution?
well, we've got this issue where, as a committee, they can't direct staff to do something. But because of the discussion, then can't we just sort of say that the public works manager and the manager,
Or the
whatever
committee?
your title is, Raj, director of finance agreed that it would be prudent to look into a
That's it.
$100,000 tank as well as a
It
$50,000.
would be prudent to
Yeah,
investigate the cost.
yeah.
Perfect.
That'd be approximately double.
I'm thinking so because it's the amount of steel. The installation might not be double, but
Water tank is
I'm
reservoir.
afraid, but everything
Water
else
reservoir.
is just extra.
for storage tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a price list right here in front of me.
Do you?
Yeah.
From where?
Western?
I'll forward it to you. I just, for a different project I just did.
Okay,
Why don't I send it to you right now?
Can you send it to the committee?
No.
I have it.
no, just tell me.
It was 175 for 190,000 liters.
100,
So that's 50,000 gallons, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
say that again,
174,000.
174,000
Yeah.
for a 50,000 gallon, or how many liters?
50,000. 190,000 liters.
190,000
I'm by
liters.
2.54.
Okay,
Is that for
Plus
what?
50,000 gallons.
Yeah.
So
What's the source of that information? Or you're just doing a calculation there, right?
No, it's a quote he had for another unrelated
yeah,
job, so he can't.
can't say,
that was the biggest they got for this one though. So you have to get two.
is it a bolted steel tank?
These are fiberglass. These are the ZCL water tanks.
Oh, so they're buried in the sand then, aren't they?
Uh,
They're not freestanding.
Look at that.
Yeah, they're buried in the sand.
Yeah, so
I
there's a
don't know
whole
if you-
different support system.
Yeah, couldn't do that
Yeah.
up there.
Because those, yeah,
Is it okay?
the problem is what's the diameter? You know, is to get
Yeah.
that on the ferry and up that road, because what's the dimension?
I don't know. I'll just send you this whole thing.
Okay, I've looked at them before, and they didn't work out for me. I was really excited. They're cheap.
Yeah.
They're cheaper than a bolted steel,
Did
but
they work for Bowen Bay because they were smaller?
that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Is it just Bob at or Robert?
B. Robinson.
B. Robinson.
Yeah, NBC dots.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there he is. Came up.
Yeah, I've looked at them before. They're not, because we need to get a bolted steel tank that actually comes in sections and they bolt it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, can't we haul it in and drop it in place?
Fly out her. It's only money. I can do whatever you want.
Well, no, but that's worth investigating, coming in one, but they
No.
don't come in one.
That's,
piece, do they?
that, no,
Not
that's,
size.
Yeah, yeah.
they just built a new tank up at,
Well, how did the King Edward Bay one, did it get built on site?
yeah, they all do.
Rings, yeah.
They're just a brand new tank at Cowan Point too. They just built a brand new one.
What happened to the old one? It was
I
new.
think because they needed more for fire protection for more
Oh, a
buildings.
bigger storage.
So they built another one.
Oh, okay. Well, Larry might tell you how much that cost.
No, it's easier for me just to deal with it.
Is that all Western tank?
Can we move along? I'm down to new business. And I think that's been covered. Financial, drinking water quality, installation of water tank. I think we've done all that.
So you might need to deal with 6.1.
So I've got the Tunstall Bay Water System Advisory Committee agreed that it would be prudent to investigate the cost of a 100,000 gallon water reservoir storage tank.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hoover,
A 50 and a 100, both of them.
did you want 75, Peter?
Well, obviously, whatever the cost is, it shouldn't cost us any more to ask them for boom, boom, boom.
75.
Sure, that's fine.
Maybe 50, 75, and 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
As Bob says, if you want to add on, you just put another ring on, so I'm sure they have it.
Or maybe
whatever.
ring.
But obviously, you know, the one thing we all forget is how many more full-time residents are there compared to what there were 10 years ago or 5
How
years
many
ago.
vacant lots are there in Tunstall?
Not too many now, not
Six?
too many.
There's 3, but there's 3 more that sold this year.
13 or
I
14?
think there were about 13, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So there can't be that many more on the system.
No.
Okay.
That way it's, yeah.
Okay, she's actually acting as CEO.
Well, no, but he's put in chief financial officer, because that way.
Under item 6, information items,
Or favor? They did.
excerpt from December 12, 2016 regular council meeting, re well safety. Have we covered that? Well safety, what does that mean?
So, these are just information items from council. So,
Somebody was concerned that there's wells out there that are not capped off, or?
the defunct ones,
Oh, the ones that we don't even deal with.
the kids
Some-
are playing in the
Yeah.
Haven't
reservoir.
been sealed.
Council directs staff to have a review of the operation of the wells in Tunstall Bay to ensure that non-producing wells are not a concern to public safety.
Well, the wells that I know of, we use, so I don't know, is there other wells laying around?
Are there some capped but not used wells?
That I don't know.
Not that I know
Jerry?
of.
No, there's one on the way up to the tank, but it's at number 2, I think.
Yeah, that's got a shed over it, and that guy still uses it.
Is
I
it
think-
locked? Can the people get?
He has wires to it that he pump, I think he waters his lawn in the summer.
But I mean, is it on his property or is it on Crown?
It's,
Or-
I don't know,
or-
I don't know, it's not on our property. It's not on our road right away.
No, it belongs to the family that live overseas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but are the people trespassing on private property when they're looking in that well shed?
Well,
Likely.
there is a sign that says private property.
Yeah, okay. So I have a vague recollection of this coming up at council, but I honestly can't remember who raised it or,
It came from the minutes of the November 23rd,
Yeah,
2016
but-
meeting, that was fine, those.
well, there won't be any discussion probably. And whether somebody raised it in public comments or,
You have to remember these, it's capped, they're only this big
Yeah, I know.
around. What are you gonna do,
Well,
push a little kid down there or what?
well, you can't get the caps off. Somebody
No.
tried it at one of the golf courses the other day, just out of curiosity.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, what are you dumping
Well,
down there?
yeah, that's what I can't honestly remember. We'd have to go back and,
So I'm here.
Like
but
your
there's
well on
nothing in the minutes.
That other property, right? Like,
Yeah.
and
Well, I've got one on 1605 White Cells, so I have a well shed on my property.
yeah,
But it has an easement,
yeah,
so that you guys can go in there,
so
no
it came
problem.
out of Tunstall Bay?
but all the wells that
'Cause-
we use,
Yeah, they're
we
all-
use.
Okay, so it came out of Tunstall Bay minutes.
November 20, yeah, so there was some discussion.
No, this is
This
the,
is Tunstall Bay.
yeah, it's the minutes of the Tunstall Bay Water System Local Advisory Committee.
Which is, a recommendation went to council, that council directs staff to review the operation of non-producing wells, and then council directed staff to do such. And these minutes are on page 4 of this
Okay.
agenda.
So page 47.
Well, no,
Oh,
page
okay,
47 is
so it came
council.
from the Tunstall Bay Water System.
Yeah.
I can't remember that far
I
back
can't
in
either.
that meeting.
We want to spend any more time?
Well, I guess the question is, did it happen?
So all of them are being
Well-
used, you're saying?
All the ones, the 6 that we use are on a shed or cap. I don't know if there's other wells that are out there, they're not on our property and they're on somebody else's property. I'm not gonna go around hunting for
We can't
wells.
really do anything
Yeah.
that's
No.
to wells that are on private property,
No,
so,
I don't understand that.
yeah, okay.
So somebody must have,
Page 6. Right there.
Is there confusion on some of the wells that you don't use much? Like you don't, there's
some of
a
them that-
couple big producers, right? And the other
Yeah.
ones are kind of backups, right?
Yeah, that's right. So,
But they're all essentially in use.
Yes.
So sometime during the year, you have to turn them on.
yeah,
well, Gay is the only one that isn't here that was at that meeting. And Jerry and you and I cannot remember, so, anything about it, so maybe it's something Gay brought up.
Or, but if Bob's saying all the wells are safe, then we can just consider that.
all the wells that we actually use either has a building over it or a cap on it.
All right,
Okay.
that concludes conversation on that. 6.2,
It's just
These are just information items.
Information.
I can, just for you, we don't need to discuss it. But the vital conversations report and the island survey, those are two pieces of information that council wanted all of the committee members to know about, so you're informed.
vital conversations report.
That was the Community Foundation's date on meeting about
What's important.
it's important to people on board.
Cool.
And,
See,
the island survey. was
We
the
asked for
survey.
this, I don't know anything about this.
It's
How do
just-
I learn more about it?
You just
You
click
go to
on the
the
link
link.
on your, if you look at this on your computer,
Oh,
the one that Steph sent.
oh.
I can print you a copy as well.
Or,
We're happy to do that.
no, send them the link directly, so we can click on it in an email.
Okay, I should have known that. Thank you very much.
We'll get you we'll send you the links directly, and then you can just click on them in your email. And then
Yeah,
the reports will come
yeah, I
out.
got that. Right. All right, well, as far as I can see, this concludes our meeting, with the exception of the next meeting to be announced. We haven't had a meeting for such a long time. We used to have meetings like twice a year, I think. Maybe we had something particular to discuss at that time. I think we should have a meeting twice a year, so that we can be up to date with what's happening at the water tank and whatever else we should know about. We are, after all, an advisory committee.
When would you get quotes back?
For
The
the
water-
tanks,
Yeah.
a couple weeks. Whenever they feel like giving them to me, likely after.
Well, you got
After like the long weekend, they're likely all on holidays now.
but you haven't got the tender documents,
No,
right?
the tender documents won't be out till next week.
So your RFQ.
Yeah.
So, and you're giving them, what, 3 weeks to
Yeah.
get back to you? So sometime towards the middle of October or something, you'd have a feel for what it might cost.
Yeah, and then maybe there should be a meeting where they're gonna go, okay, it costs you this much, where you get your money from.
Yeah, because
We
you're
have another meeting
on
in
that for
March,
the budget,
March of next year.
yeah.
Can we have another meeting in March of next year?
I think a more appropriate time might be towards May of next year, because then we have, I mean, we can go over the
Results.
operating results, because we have audit and we are finalizing the budget process in March.
Moved
So,
by Raj that we meet on May the,
No, but we'll meet in like October to talk about the tank
October
this year.
this year?
Because that's when Bob will get his tender, his quotes back and know how much money we're talking about.
Okay.
So we need to have a discussion about where the money might come from, depending on
Got the calendar?
how much it
Yeah,
costs.
I'm looking at calendar right now.
Well, I'm wondering if you want to wait
Yeah, when's the new council get in?
November the 5th or 6th or something. Election's
So we have
October 20th.
Advanced
October
voting on the
20th, okay.
10th. Yeah, and then.
Council is
So you do
alive
it
until-
before?
Well,
the
council's,
new council or the,
well, council's alive till the 6th of November,
oh, okay.
yeah, the existing council. I know, but what else am I going to say?
So give us a date, please.
Tuesday, October 30th at 10:30 a.m.
Tuesday, 10 o'clock in the morning. We're up and about by that time, aren't we?
October what,
30th.
Steph?
Oh, sorry,
It's Halloween.
That's the
31st is
30th.
Halloween.
Oh,
Don't
sorry.
worry,
Yeah.
I
Oh, they
blocked
changed it
that
this
day
year.
off.
Cut that off, yes.
Yeah. Tuesday, October 30th at 10:30. I'm literally just grabbing a date, guys, so if there's something that works better for you.
And you're gonna send us a copy of the minutes of this meeting, so we don't have to write this down.
Oh, yes, you'll get a meeting in.
I will send you, I'll do better, I'll send you a meeting invite right now.
And in the subject line, you're gonna put the details of the meeting for those people that don't use meeting invites.
Are there any other points for discussion
I'm not
from
gonna-
There being no
I'll
further
send him an
need
email.
for, are you up to date?
Sorry.
Hmm? October 30th?
Okay, October 30th. Unless I hear otherwise, I'm gonna call for a move to adjourn this meeting. Thank you. Seconded, thank you. Thank you for your attendance. Cheerio.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, look at this,
Yeah.
I've already got a 10:30 from previous things in here. So
See,
that works out perfectly.
I look at this here that you sent me.
No, no, when
It's 190,000 liters.
It brings up like previous time.
It's 12 feet in diameter, which I don't even know if I can get that on the ferry. And the single wall's 174,000. That's not prep or anything. And the double wall's 326.
That's the fire.
So how
Thank
you
you very
feeling in, Rod?
I ordered
Figuring
one.
things out,
Yeah, for
getting
no
going.
trouble.
Development in St. Martin.
No trouble.
Like a small one?
The books
It
are out.
was
The books are always balanced.
100,000 liters.
Well, I've
So,
not told you my
yeah, so
story
I-
about
I thought it was pretty good.
many years ago.
Like there,
when I
you
was
got
doing
all the
audit
sand,
at
you know,
Commonwealth
You know,
Trust.
yeah, no big deal.
You don't really care
And
here.
In
because
those days, you had
these are
to
designed to-
manually
to lay
add
down and then bury
GL,
in the
right? 'Cause
sand.
it wasn't.
Right.
Because you don't want this cooking in the water,
How
or
did this
cooking in
damn
the
thing
air,
happen?
right?
I
Just
do it
exposed
you
like
know, I
that.
had it
because
under
of the